Welcome to Almost Healed. I'm Yasmine Higbee, and I'm so excited to be here. I have wanted to start a podcast for years and years, but I never really knew exactly what I wanted to focus on. I have been through so much health and wellness issues and disorders and all these different types of healing that I want to bring to you guys and make this information a lot more accessible. I always felt like I wasn't super ready to start a podcast because I wasn't fully ready or fully healed, or I wasn't, the picture perfect version of myself that I thought I needed to be before I started something. And it kind of paralyzed me into not starting and not beginning. So this is a huge leap of faith that I'm taking. I'm a little nervous, but I'm really, really excited about it because I just am so passionate about all the things that we will be talking about with all of our amazing guests coming on. We are going to be focused a lot on autoimmune disorders, hormonal health, mental health, some of our favorite beauty treatments, lessons that we've learned from friendships, relationships, just everything that encompasses being a woman in today's world and all of the stuff that we have to go through and deal with that isn't super talked about. Almost Healed is a wellness podcast for women who are navigating all these different autoimmune and hormone issues and kind of left to figure it out alone. So when I got diagnosed 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago actually, with Hashimoto's hypothyroidism, I was like, what do you mean? I have eaten healthy. I've worked out every day since I was like 14. I was so athletic my entire life. I looked good. I felt decent. But I got diagnosed with this disorder, and slowly but surely I felt worse and worse, and I just had no idea how to navigate it. I had seen so many different doctors across the United States that they were all telling me like different information, like, oh, you absolutely don't need to cut out this, or this. Just live your life and take this pill every day for the rest of your life. Like, what? No, I don't want to do that. Like, what do you mean I have to take this for the rest of my life till the day I die? And then some people being like, oh, you actually have to take like 75 supplements and all these drinks and do all this and cut out gluten, cut out dairy. So you basically can eat air and then you'll be fine. And so there's like this whole spectrum of answers that all these doctors, healers, gurus, and experts give you. And it's so hard to find what really works for you. And even when I share like one small post about, oh, this is something that worked for me, or this is something that I feel like this supplement really helps with this or that, someone will reply and be like, oh my gosh, I need this. I have this, and this wrong with me. And someone else will say, I have this wrong with me. It's really hard to be super prescriptive because everyone has such a different body and genetic makeup. And so what works for me might not work for you, but I want us to be able to do deep dive conversations with these doctors, these experts, and these healers and gurus about everything that is encompassing to health and wellness. I recently just left my corporate consulting job at Deloitte. I have worked in corporate America since the day I graduated college. I went straight to Goldman Sachs. I sold mortgages for a little bit of time. I did consulting, worked at a Big Four. So I have really been in super high stress jobs. Probably not like the best performer there because I seriously could not stand working at these places, but it was just what I thought I needed to do. I needed to have a career. I needed to hustle. And that really ended up hurting me from a health perspective. I was always so tired. My hair was falling out. I was on birth control for 13 years straight. And then all of a sudden I got off of it. And it was like my world just collapsed. My cycle was a mess. I was not regular in any sense of the way. My nervous system was so fried. And I think it has to do with so many different factors. And finding the answers that I have found, which I feel like now I'm about to turn 30, I feel like I have a good grasp on my situation currently. But the thing with women is that there are so many different periods of our life that we have to navigate through. So we have to navigate, post-grad, pre-marriage, and finding balance between our careers and ourselves and finding ourselves and who we are, navigating our health and wellness through that. And then we have to figure out what happens after we have a child, postpartum, all the body and physical and mental changes that happen then, navigating that. We may develop thyroid issues or autoimmune issues postpartum or prepartum, or then menopause. We have to navigate that as well. So there are just so many different stages of being a woman where, yes, I feel great right now, and I feel very good with the routine that I have found after spending, tens of thousands of dollars and tens of thousands of hours of research and talking to so many different people. But who knows how long that is going to last. So that's why we are always almost healed, because we are healed right now and we might be at a good place. We might be where we think that we want to be right now, but we're never going to be perfectly healed, and that's perfectly okay. And that's just part of life, because life is so, so long, and, life is really hard. And I think in today's world, we're super used to influencers and people around us just showing the highlights of life and how amazing and luxury and wealthy and amazing their life is. And the reality is, life is very hard and it's very long, hopefully. There's a lot of self-advocation that we have to go through, and feeling unseen by healers or friends or doctors when we're trying to navigate these issues. And so I really want to bring some of this stuff to light and have really meaningful and valuable conversations that help you guys. So listeners can expect a weekly episode that is going to usually be two of us. So we will have guests. Some guests will be experts like doctors and coaches and healers. Some are going to be very best friends who have rebuilt their lives and that I have nothing but love and respect for. And sometimes we're just going to have really thoughtful conversations with women who just have stories worth hearing. Every now and then, there will be a solo episode where I will be a little bit more raw and vulnerable and open up about my experiences in my life. But I want this podcast to be not so much about me, but about you and about what we can bring to the table for you guys to learn from and what brings value for you. I want you guys to get all the answers that you're looking for on this podcast. And I really hope that even just one episode or one sentence in an episode brings you value and some clarity on something that you're dealing with. And I'm going to be striving to get some pretty amazing guests on here who will just be having eye-opening and educational conversations. And healing, is not a linear process. There have been moments in my life where I felt like, oh, okay, I'm good with this. The way I think of my life is like in silos. I have me and my health. I have me and my finances. I have me and my relationships. I have my friends. I have my family, pets or kids, whatever. And that's how I kind of view everything. And I view these silos at every day or every week or every month when I'm looking back at my decisions and the efforts I've been making in different areas of my life, where they're at. So my career might be, at a good spot, and then my mental health might be at kind of a lower spot, and my relationship and finances and everything else might be at a pretty steady, okay spot. So healing is not linear, and it comes in so many different forms. Let's try to focus kind of on all the different layers throughout each episode, whether that's healing our inner child, healing some of the trauma that we've been through, because everybody has been through trauma. And if you have followed me or know my platform at all, my entire being is based on a super chaotic and extremely traumatic childhood. And that has launched me into this world. And I feel like I've lived like 500 lives. Those that know me are like, I feel like I've been so many different women, and I'm only just getting started on my life. I feel like just now I am like really good with the person I am, the woman I am, and the woman I'm becoming. But that's taken so much time, and so much of social media makes us feel like we have to have everything figured out by like 25 or we're like done for. And when you're 30, oh my God, if you're not married by the time you're 30, you're just an old maid. You better get out of here. You better go work like in the barracks, go to the barracks or work in the field or something, because you're done for. That's what social media makes us feel like, which is not true. And all these different layers of healing our boundaries or healing our like femininity, because that's something that I really had to work on when I was 24, 25. I was like so masculine and manly. And it was because I kind of went down this path of feminism, and we'll get into another episode. But feminism is not actually showing up in your true femininity, and we'll discuss that later. But yeah, healing that softness that we all want to find as women. And there's so much beauty in the becoming and beauty in the journey. And it's not about perfection. So it's about feeling good. It's about feeling good, waking up and feeling good about yourself and about your life. And that's why we're almost healed. So I really hope that if you're listening to this, you feel seen, you feel safe or inspired, and you feel like you could take something away from an episode of this podcast. So thank you so much for being here with me. I'm very nervous, so please give me some grace because I feel like I might need a few episodes to really get into the flow of being a podcaster, which is crazy to me, but I'm very excited. And more than anything, I'm ready, and I'm just going to be diving headfirst into this. And if any of this resonates with you, please subscribe, leave a review, or share this with a friend who might need to hear this. And welcome to Almost Healed.